And
people to question what's your motive for wearing it.
Okay, your comment was history decided what you wear as a man. What about the Roman togas and the kilts? They've been around for centuries.
I was just going to say...
No, they're not gone. Kilts are still here.
Who's been watching Masada on the TV? If you've been watching that, every man on that has a dress.
I think the outfits are great. I like them. I'm the most comfortable when I'm at home in my bathrobe. Yeah, I agree with you.
But you say you won't wear them.
I don't think I would wear it in public. I don't think, what could I accomplish by that?
you see it as being symbolic. It's making a symbolic statement, seeing a man in a skirt. It's not like men to do that.
Pardon me. As a comparison, a few years ago, men were not accepted with curly hair.
Right.
And now most men, well, not most men, but a large majority of men.
Get perms.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're accepted. So who knows, maybe in a few years.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for Mr. Cushing. If you're so interested in comfort and getting away from the stereotype, why are you wearing the tie, the suit, the masculine image that way?
That's a good question. I like to play with my appearance, and I guess in doing this, I'm also a fashion designer. And seeing as this area is full of a lot of business people, and I don't particularly mind wearing a tie, I thought I would show myself. I don't think there's many men wearing three-piece suits that's in good taste with a skirt, and that's why I'm wearing it today.
Is the caller there?
Yes, I am.
You had what to say?
I really hope it catches on, and it's always viewed with hostility, anything that's new and you're not used to seeing it. And I hope someday my son will be able to wear a skirt, because my daughter wears his jeans.
All right.
My brother...
Yeah, it's a budget thing.
Yeah,
I'm glad you called. Is the caller there? Hi.
Hello.
Yes.
I would like to comment about Mr. Hall's original comment at the opening of the show on equality.
Yes.
I believe that equality has nothing to do with external things. It's an internal kind of thing, just like you can't legislate attitude change. You can't, with your appearance, change an attitude. So if you're very secure and confident about who you are, then who you are is who you are without any external kind of...
Okay, so your feeling is what, then? You just assume they didn't wear dresses, is that it, or skirts?
I think that if they want to transmit an air of confidence about who they are, they will just be themselves and not worry about what their appearance is.
Okay. You say that clothes does not necessarily mean equality. I don't know if I agree. I think, in fact, I think you're going the wrong way, because I think that there's a fashion tyranny that impacts on women. Women are obliged to have a different dress, or sometimes feel that if, oh my goodness, she'll see me, I wore this the last time. All of that happens with women.
Excuse me.
I don't have that problem. I wear a blue suit, nobody said, gee, wore that last Saturday night. Nobody ever says that.
Yeah.
You know where the problem is especially acute? Women on television. There are people who write to Jane Pauley because she wore the same scarf twice in the same month.
Yes, and my reaction toward them would be exactly the same as my reaction is a basis for my comments now. I would not do that. And because I am confident about who I am and how I feel about myself more than how other people...
I understand. Hang on just a moment.
Sure.
Hang on, yes, ma'am.
Do they go to work like this? All the time? Do you wear skirts all the time?
Well, I wear dresses, too. I wear skirts and dresses. I never wear trousers.
My husband's an electrician.
Yes, your husband's a what? Excuse me.
Electrician, and I cannot see him going.
I'm an electronic engineer, and I'm also a consultant for the U.S. Navy, and I have been to a Navy conference in a skirt.
But you do wear
And I do wear pants at times.
Could I ask you, could you imagine...
Just a moment. I'm sorry. Let me just get them.
I have a couple questions about your clothes. First off, how easy are they to clean? What are they made of? And secondly, who does the laundry in your family?
You want to give us that what? What?
I do most of it.
Okay, I do my own.
And I've done some ironing, and I do some laundry now and again.
Okay. I have a variety of materials my clothes are made out of.
Let me just... hang on just one second. Is the caller there?
Yes.
Do you like this idea?
I think it's great that women could wear all these variety of styles, but I don't like their outfit. It clashes. The socks are striped, multicolored.
You don't like the striped socks, huh?
They're going to wear skirts. They're more graceful. Design them. The front of the guy with the three-piece suit, the front of the skirt bag.
Well, can you see your TV set?
Yes.
Okay. Michael, we have another example of an item from David Hall's collection. How do you feel about this? Caller?
Much better. I'm fond of red skirts myself because they are so much easier to wear than pants or anything else. And that flows as opposed to what he's wearing. Or the other guy, you know, he's got a slit in the back of the skirt.
Yeah.
Long skirts. They went out because we couldn't stand
all right.
everything.
All right, so you like the idea. The idea's okay with you, you just don't like some of the design.
Well, I think women have had the advantage for years because we had the choice.
Yeah, hang on a moment.
Mr. Donahue, I'd like to ask you if you would wear this fashion.
Do you have a skirt that will fit?
Yes, I think we do, Phil. Something that would go nicely with your...
All right. I'll be happy to wear a skirt in just a moment.
Introducing Ragu Home-Style Spaghetti Sauce. It's made like homemade sauce.
The sauce is better, the riper the tomato.
If I could have it from the garden, I'd prefer it, but this I've dried myself.
New Ragu Home-Style is made with all the good ingredients that go into homemade sauce.
I come from the old school. I don't measure. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and taste. If it needs a little bit more, I put a little bit more in it.
New Ragu Home-Style, as good as homemade, maybe better.
No, it's really good. It really is.
I look for quality and fashion in a gift. Selection, too. Mervyn's helps me get both. Look at these cashmere sweaters of No-Mel Orlon acrylic. Wait till you see all the colors. You can buy them at Mervyn's for just $15 or $16 any time. But now they're on sale for $12 and $12.80. That's value. Nice gifts, but I couldn't resist, so I bought one for myself, too. At Mervyn's, your Christmas value store.
Okay, we'll give a Christmas turkey to Aunt Martha.
She can get it at Safeway with this gift certificate.
Right, cologne and aftershave for Uncle Harry.
We'll send him a Safeway gift certificate.
A Safeway Christmas gift certificate can be used at any Safeway for anything from food to housewares to books to makeup. Give a Safeway gift certificate and give something they'll like.
How about my mother?
How about this?
How about a Safeway gift certificate?
Everything you want from the store and a little bit more.
San Jose Camera is Northern California's largest Canon dealer, and here's why. Right now, you can buy the proven Canon AE1 with the Canon 50mm 1.8 lens for only $229. So advanced it's simple to use with Canon Shutter Priority Automation. Probably the lowest price in the country. The famous Canon AE1 just $229 complete. Give the best-selling Canon of all time. Only at San Jose Camera, downtown San Jose.
40 years ago, the Japanese fleet and their warplanes were poised and ready to strike.
Oh, sir? You don't really think we're going to get into a real war, do you?
But at Pearl Harbor, the people had no idea their lives were about to change.
The time I'm going to finish him, I'm going to think of something so shocking to do, he'll have to throw me out.
Oh, my God, she's the archer! Down, General Fire!
An epic of love and war. Pearl, the exciting conclusion tonight at 8 on Channel 2. There's only one, too.
Through the woods. And when I stop, I'm just like, don't cut off stuff, you know. That's good. So, if you say sign my jacket, sign my jacket.
No, I feel, well, if I'm... I mean, I would feel uncomfortable with a jacket now. You know?
Well,
You need to pull it
it's
down.
your own choice, sir. I mean, you're a free man, so... Right.
You live in America, you're a free man.
You don't like
The
this.
colors go well.
How many are willing to give it a little bit of a chance? You have to applaud. This is a ridiculous idea. This is just going to make it more difficult for men to meet. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I think one of the reasons when I put on a dress, I feel more feminine. So I think maybe women would feel like the men would be more feminine because that's the way they feel when they have a dress.
Isn't there some way that we would like men to be more feminine? Don't women complain all the time that men are not emotional, gentle, etc.? If you put feminine on those values, isn't there sometimes when you would like men to be more feminine?
Am I more masculine in my trousers?
I don't know. I think you just used to it. You have to get used to it. Like when women started wearing slacks and the long hair on guys and things like that.
Do you feel more masculine when you wear trousers?
More mask?
You feel less feminine when you wear trousers?
I do. When I wear jeans, because when I'm working, I feel for your bending over, picking things up, and...
Yeah.
I'd like to say something. My masculinity is a constant with me. You know, I feel the same masculinity as my sexual being, and I think the female, her sexual being is her femininity. And being myself, I do everything, that, I want to do, and it doesn't change. One thing is when I wear clothing, I wouldn't wear this three-piece suit to cut wood. But believe me, I've got skirts that I cut wood, and I run in. I've got running skirts. The faster I go, the higher they lift, and complete free movement. So I dress for what I'm doing. But my masculinity is a constant with me.
Hi, is the caller there?
Hi.
Yeah, go ahead.
This all harkens back to me to the 60s when people were really afraid when a man had hair a little bit longer than was the norm. And remember when the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan
Yeah.
and their hair
Remember
was...
the parents wouldn't let their kids watch it. Yeah, we wouldn't shoot Elvis below the waist, remember?
Right. I know. I wish they had. But,
Hang on just a second. Yes.
I'm just interested in knowing what the price of your clothes will be, because if they're really cheap, I'll get some. I mean,
That skirt that Phil has on is about $40.
All right, it's a denim.
But they're custom.
And we're selling a lot of these this year.
Too. That's why they're expensive.
I don't like this on you, but I think that if you want to wear a skirt, that's your right. I think that women wore pants more as convenience rather than anything else, and I think they still enjoy wearing a dress when they, want to look nice. But there are a lot of things women couldn't do in a dress, and I don't see why you would want to wear one. I really don't.
Because a man doesn't want to always work. You see, pants is what you work in. So when do you have leisure?
Well, I disagree with you, David. I work in skirts.
I'll say this. It really, I cannot see 2,000 men under General Patton going to war in this. And maybe that's good.
That's
maybe
a good
that's
idea.
good.
Right.
But on the other hand, there are some very patriotic Americans who will say this is just the beginning of the pollution of our minds, so that we'll all stand in line pretty soon, and some jerk will come over and take us all over while we're showing off our skirts.
Hey, listen, the Romans took over the world in a miniskirt.
What was the reaction of the PTA when you showed up in your skirt?
Well, it wasn't exactly PTA. The thing was that my son, I moved from New Hampshire. My son came to live with me in December. I moved, I was living in another town in New Hampshire. And the school that he was going to go to in New Hampshire, it happened to be right after I was on a Real People show, which I was on a month and a half ago. The principal there and the teachers, some of the teachers had seen me on the show. So they shook my hand and says, great, glad to have you aboard. We're going to treat this as an educational learning experience for the students. We're going to say, well, you're just like a woman wearing trousers. You're a guy that wears a skirt and like that. So that was real good. But my son had lived previously in California. He wanted to go back. He said, we've got to move schools anyway, so why don't I just go to California? And I said, well, boy, I'm going to go to college, but okay, I'll move. So I made the move, went to California, got involved in a school over in San Rafael, California. And, what happened was the principal and the superintendent were using this, what they call social engineering, which is development of the psychology of the children. Says we can't allow children seeing men wearing skirts. So they kicked me off the school ground. They said they'd have me arrested if I put foot on the school ground during any kind of daytime or evening activities. I couldn't even go to any adult activities, or else I'd be rested in the city of San Rafael and any of the school property. And so now I'm moving back to New Hampshire, hopefully to get my son an education. And financially, it's really set me way back in debt because of all this bad attitude from those people. And now...
What did the teacher say? What? That you were... Wasn't there some... The principal said there was some... People would be in jeopardy. Their physical...
No, that is absolutely wrong. That is appalling to me. I heard...
But he said that, didn't he?
He didn't say it to me, no. He never told me personally. The only thing he ever told me was that men don't wear skirts and we can't have children seeing men in a skirt.
All right.
I've got a question. From day one, men have wore skirts. Did you do any research on this? What made them change? If they were so comfortable to start with, why did the men change?
Industrial Revolution was the time when men started getting very unfancy. Before that, men were peacocks and were the people who first wore high heels.
The male of most species is more beautiful or more colorful.
And then with the Industrial Revolution, when machines came in and men had to work machines and things like that, they got more and more simple in their clothing and machine-like in a way.
It's because so they wouldn't get caught in machinery and so on. You looked at me funny when I said that. The cardinal, the male, is the much prettier of the two.
Definitely, right.
It's, huh?
Animal species.
All but humans. Oh, aren't you just so smart?
I'd just like to say I'm from New Hampshire originally, so I'd like to know where he's from so I can look back at a few class books and see what the comments were.
Littleton, New Hampshire.
All right.
I'm going back there now. In fact, I'm on my way back now.
Got a question. How comfortable do you feel?
I feel comfortable. Well, you know, I feel a little different, you know.
Why, now, I asked you, I'd like to ask these two gentlemen, how are you more comfortable in a skirt than I am with trousers on?
I'll tell you, a very important thing for me is that I don't feel addicted to my pants. You see, most men today are addicted and habituated mechanically, and therefore they're not thinking. Who is influencing you to wear a pants every day? Yeah. You have another option, and you're not using it. If you may pardon me, I believe you're ignorant, sir, if you've never had the experience of wearing a skirt.
You, why are you more comfortable in a skirt than I am with trousers?
Because when I sit down, the crotch doesn't pull up into my genital tissue, and I do not have to deviate off to one side, which you have to do when you sit down.
Do you not wear undergarments?
Right now...
Personal with
yes.
you, but do you not wear undergarments of some sort?
You can wear undergarments if you like.
Don't the undergarments do the same thing to you when you sit down?
Yes, that's why I sometimes prefer without undergarments.
You are telling me that when you do wear undergarments, you are no different than...
And on the undergarment, I mean, a boxer-style undergarment would not...
Sure.
Yeah,
no.
Well, like I say, that's, well, we're getting a little personal with this.
Sir,
I have to break. I'll be back in just a minute.
Tired of constantly scrubbing toilet bowls? Listen to someone who's tried a better way.
SanaFlush has real cleaning power for 4 months.
With SanaFlush 4-month bowl cleaner in your tank, you won't need to scrub as much. Look, the special cleaning and bleaching action destroys dirt particles before stains can form. Now just flushing helps keep your bowl virtually dirt-free, ring-free, stain-free.
I really can't get over it. Test it yourself to see.
Stop constant scrubbing. Get SanaFlush 4-month in-tank bowl cleaner.
Mr. Pruitt, all these natural vegetables, and you sell margarine?
You're darn right. This is autumn margarine, and it's natural.
Natural margarine? What's that mean?
It's the only margarine with no artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. Try it on Mrs. Pruitt's bread. Autumn has soy, sunflower, and corn oils.
Deliciously natural.
That's good. No, it isn't. That's great. Autumn's natural margarine. Tastes almost like Pruitt Cruitt.
For the past 4 years, the Sylvania Superset has beaten RCA and Zenith in an independent test for best overall color picture.
What about Sony?
And now, for the 5th time, more people once again picked the 19-inch Sylvania Superset over RCA and Zenith.
What about Sony?
And this year, we even tested against Sony and won.
何ですか? ほなですか? スマではその冗談よ。どうして?
See the Sylvania Superset.
at House of Graham, Burlingame.
Adds more to the appearance of your home than quality carpeting. And Carpeteria has thousands of rolls available for immediate installation, all at low discount prices. See our vast selection of carpets made with Anso 4 nylon pile. They resist soil, stain, and wear. Carpets of Anso 4 nylon pile will add long-lasting elegance to your home. Good taste is not expensive at Carpeteria.
At Campbell, San Francisco, Mountain View, San Rafael, Fremont, Vallejo, San Leandro, and Concord.
Is the caller there?
Yes, he is.
You had a brief comment.
I had a brief comment, Phil. What I was wondering is, with your program being a super program such as you have been having, is your reason for having a show such as you have today with what you might consider gay people, homosexuals?
These people aren't gay, though.
Well, if they're not gay, they're dressed like women. To me, it looks like they would like to be women instead of men.
No. Oh, no, come on, that's not
And
right.
so your point is what? That we shouldn't be talking about this on television?
My point is that I don't think it's a whole lot of interest to see men that look like they would like to be like women. I think we'd like to see men be like men and women be like women.
Yeah.
And have your program consist of...
Better think again.
Hang on just a second.
My comment is, if I was home, I would shut this show off.
You agree with her?
I do. I think it's really true.
You're disappointed.
I'm disappointed that with the country we have today, I think that if God wanted men to be women, he'd have changed it immediately. And I think if a man is a man...
But if God wanted us to have clothes, he would have born us that way.
Exactly. Right.
Huh?
And I do think that...
Didn't Jesus wear a toga?
Yes, Jesus wore dresses.
Well, that was hundreds of years ago.
He was a kid the other day, he might be wearing a dress, too.
Since then, though.
I don't see what a
We've made a lot of
trapped in a
progress in a lot
stereotype.
of things since then.
Is it progress that we all have to wear, you know, the what?
A 6'4" husband, and he climbs poles. He's a lineman. What do you think he'd look like up there in a skirt?
Well, you wouldn't wear a skirt.
You
if
say-
climbed
Another
pole.
question. How do you
So
think
why
you
should
feel when it's 20 below zero?
You wouldn't wear a skirt under those conditions.
Kind of breezy up there, I'm afraid.
Does the fact...
I'm really not interested in their genitals.
Well, they're not asking you to be.
Sit down.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't the point here not that they want to wear dresses all the time, that they want the choice? So the lineman wouldn't have to wear the dress.
Your 6'4" husband would not have to.
No, of course not. I'm just saying I agree with what they're doing, right now.
Let's see, Michael, we got one more little item from the catalog. What the latest in male fashions here. Here he comes. Do you like this? Huh? What? What's wrong with that? Huh?
Turn around.
No.
Like a lady.
What do you think of this?
Bad. What's bad?
Jamaica or someplace like that, it would be great, but not in Chicago.
Chicago ain't ready for this kind of reform.
I would like to know, since they want to wear the skirts, and obviously it's rather feminine, would they be willing, or do they shave their legs?
Sometimes, yes and no.
I don't shave mine.
I have, and I do not.
So can I make one point?
Yeah, hang on just a second. Let me just...
I want to know if your line of clothing is in Europe also.
Not yet.
No, but he's working on it. Yes.
From Australia. But no.
Yes, I'm bothered by this one comment the gentleman on the right here made originally about sneaking to the closet to wear the skirts. I don't know. That seems to me to point more in the area of deviance than for this being just a comfort thing.
That was in the strong force, the social force, that I was afraid to let anybody know that I like to wear skirts or dresses.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
So you're expecting company for the holidays, but your furniture is faded and worn out, and the high cost of new furniture makes you ill? For fast recovery, call AAA Upholstery at 783-2350 for a free estimate in your home. Thousands of fabrics to choose from, free pickup and delivery. Reupholster any sofa now, and AAA will include any matching piece at 50% off the regular price. Call 783-2350 for AAA Quality Upholstery.
Join the circus like you wanted to when you were a kid. Join us. Right up your day and something Barnum. That right this way and something Barnum.
The New York Times calls Barnum pure, exhilarating fun, bursting with melodies. The best. See Barnum, Broadway's internationally acclaimed musical starring Tony Award winner Jim Dale. Opens December 16th, Golden Gate Theater. Tickets at the box office. All major ticket agencies are charged by phone 775-8800.
Looking for that something special this Christmas? That something special is the price of an Atari video computer system at Liberty House. Only $149. With over 40 cartridges to choose from, your TV is your window to excitement. With Space Invaders and Missile Command, only $149 brings you the classic confrontations like chess and Othello, and the agony and ecstasy of sports are at your fingertips for only $149. Easy to hook up, the magic of Atari for the entire family to enjoy. This Christmas, the savings are at Liberty House.
Hold on to your seats for this Aaron Brothers special. Folding metal chairs in a variety of colors. You know, the kind of chairs you never seem to have enough of when guests appear. And these metal chairs are made of sturdy tubing with baked enamel finish. Just $10.88 each. Or a set of 4 costs just $38.88. Or maybe you'd like this tabloid folding armchair, sale priced at just $26.88. Storable chairs from Aaron Brothers. But hurry, offer folds up soon.
It happened 40 years ago. This is the story of the men and women of Pearl Harbor. Pearl, starring sultry Angie Dickinson, Dennis Weaver.
The Japanese are using Hawaii as a stepping stone to world conquest.
Robert Wagner, Leslie Ann Warren.
I just want to know where my son is, if he's all right.
And Marion Ross, an explosive epic of love and war. Pearl, Part 3 tonight at 8 on Channel 2. There's only one, 2.
If you would like a written transcript of today's program, send $2.50 in check or money order to Donahue Transcripts, Box 2111, Cincinnati, Ohio 45201. Include the subject or the name of the guest with your request.
We're out of time, but you wanted to say what?
Yes, well, I just wanted to say that, of course, I've been through an awful lot with David with this because I've battled him madly on it. I can tell you I didn't accept it just like that. And so I've done a lot of thinking. And one of the things that I thought about was that it's fine in this society for women to emulate men, but it's not fine for men to emulate women. Now, why is that? And it's because way back there, we still have it in our head that men are first-class citizens and women are second-class citizens. So it's fine for second-class citizens to climb up to the first-class citizens.
Services provided and promotional fees paid by the following.
New Volvo GLT Turbo. Our engineers love it for sound engineering reasons. Our test drivers just love it.
Another lap.
Super scrubbable True Test Easy Care Latex flat wall and trim finish. Perfect for both walls and woodwork. Sold only by True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Get this sensational 17-piece cutlery set absolutely free. Yes, absolutely free.